Just wondering, as we head into this game, obviously you had some banged up guys yesterday who were able to play. Just any lineup changes you have or how things are going?
Yeah, Palat will be back. He'll be activated for us. Blackwood won't be available. He took a shot, with his hand yesterday morning, had to leave the ice, and so we'll just have him out on a precautionary basis.
When a player like Palat comes back, obviously it brings a lot, but how has it sort of made you and your coaching staff refocus the way your lines kind of play out? Because obviously someone has to be out with him coming in.
Yeah, well, in his absence, other players have stepped up. I think at different times you have players that have played really well, and we're going to use everybody. Obviously, somebody will come out that's been playing, but I think in Palat's absence, we've had a lot of players step up and help lead the charge.
What do you look most forward to? And do we have to caution against a player coming back from a surgery like that and just a first game, maybe first couple shifts?
You always, anticipate that the first game back, can be good. But sometimes it takes a little bit to get back into the grind. So we'll judge it, kind of shift by shift, and we'll look at where he's at the end of the period, and based out on the amount he's going to play.
Obviously, he brings a resume that includes being a winner, and he's been around this league a long time. So what value is that coming into this team, which has struggled scoring a little bit, secondary scoring at any rate? How much value does he bring in that area?
Yeah, well, I think that's really what he's been important with his whole career. He's been a great secondary scorer. He's led the charge, in the previous team he played for. Scored a lot of important goals. Last 3 games, it's nice to see the puck starting to go back in the net. We're getting rewarded for some of the plays. So, but again, you need some scoring up and down the lineup. You need scoring from your bottom 6. He really has a knack for kind of being that guy to get involved in the inside and score those in-tight goals. And some of our games, that part of the game was missing.
What about Nico Hischier last night? He's not taking a face-off. He blocks the shot the game before, but he decides, or he says, I'll take a face-off on the power play. It leads to the first goal. What does that tell you about a player? What does it tell us about a player in terms of his leadership and desire to do all the right things?
Well, again, you can always muscle through, an injury or being banged up a little bit in a game, and sometimes you have to make adjustments. Sometimes you can't take face-offs. Maybe you don't shoot it as well. And I think in Nico's case, we knew what he could bring. We thought we would go easy early on, have other people take draws. But I think when it came down to the important ones, he jumped in. It wasn't me directing traffic. It was he said, I'm going to take it. And, it was good to see that, he could help us produce, even being at, a lot less than normal.
Lindy, if I'm overthinking it, feel free to tell me, but I noticed Alex Holtz, the 3 games he's got points this year are the 3 games he's played the most. Have you noticed with him that he's a player who the more ice he sees in a game, the more comfortable he gets in
I think the better you play in a game, the more you play.
Yeah.
It's usually how it works.
Yeah.
So maybe those 3 games are the games he played better. I think last night was an opportunity when the score got up to try to add some ice time to his game, to try to get him a little bit more comfortable. Obviously when you get up 3-4-0, it gives you an opportunity to utilize all 4 lines versus sometimes you're stepping on the gas pedal and playing your top guys a little bit more.
With Blackwood being unavailable, is there moves to have somebody back up tonight?
No, we have. We called we called Schmid, so we have 2 goalies.
Lindy, St. Louis struggled early this year. Lately they've been playing well. What are you seeing that's different?
They're getting a lot of pucks to the net. They've got good speed with some of the top players. That back end, I think with Parayko, they can one-time a lot of pucks. I get a lot of traffic around the net. They're forechecking real hard. So I think they're playing a real determined game inside the offensive zone. You struggle, you come out of it. Sometimes you're a better team when you come out of your struggles.
Speaking about some of the health of the team, is there anything on Nathan Bastian? Any update?
Getting closer. Skating has yet to rejoin the team in a full practice sense, but is getting a lot closer.